everyone, Mr. M here. Thank you so much for joining me for this fantastic new series. I'm excited about it. DIY with Mr. M, musical instruments at home. The idea of this show will be to create musical instruments with ordinary items found at home, from paper plates to rubber bands to paddle pop sticks, just anything you can find in the kitchen, the laundry, or if you ask an adult, the shed or the garage. So every episode will be creating a new instrument, so you can join me with that. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. In today's episode, we're going to be making my favourite instrument, the guitar. So here are the items that you'll need to use to create that. For starters, you'll need a ruler, or in this case, just a couple of bits of wood that I've taped together for support. So see what you've got at home on that one there too. A couple of little bits of wood. Now these will work as supports for the string, so the guitar doesn't bend when the rubber bands are being put on there. A couple of paddle pop sticks for a bit of support on the strings again on the plate. Now with the rubber band, you'll need 4 rubber bands, but keep in mind they don't have to be the same size or shape. They can be different colours, they can be different shapes, or you can use string if you don't have rubber bands in the drawer. That's absolutely fine as well. Some wooden skewers, you probably only need about 2 on that one there too, just for a bit of support on the strings yet again. And of course the plate, that becomes the body of the guitar. It doesn't have to be paper, it can be plastic, it can be a bit bigger, it can be a bit smaller. It just depends on what you have at home. And of course masking tape or sticky tape to put everything together. All right, let's get on with it. Okay, let's begin. Firstly, you need to grab the ruler or the pieces of wood that you've put together for support, and also grab the plate. Now my aim is to put the bit of wood behind the plate and try and make sure you keep the end of the wood and the end of the plate in line with each other. And I'll explain why very shortly. So once that's in place as best as you can, grab your sticky tape or your masking tape and start to put it together on that. One at the top there too. Now the other option with the sticky tape is you can have the pieces ready to go on the table there, or just sort of rip them off as you go, what I'm doing right now. The other thing to keep in mind too is if you do want to paint your guitar, you can definitely do so. Just make sure you ask an adult for help if you need to, and also paint it before we put it together. Once everything's all in place, it may be difficult to get to certain areas of the guitar to paint, so paint it first before we put it all together. Alright, so I've just about done the sticky tape. Now you may use more sticky tape than I am, or less. That doesn't matter. It all comes down to what helps to keep the guitar together. So in this case I've used 4 bits of tape, and as you can see now the guitar is starting to take shape with the plate and the support bit of wood. Now once that's in place, these 2 bits of wood, if you can find somewhere, these are the supports for the string, so it doesn't bend the plate on when you put them on. So the reason why it's all in line there is just to pop it in, so it just sits there nicely, and then get a couple of bits of tape to put it together so it doesn't move around or fall out on there. Just around the top there, and push it down, and of course on the other side as well too. And also when creating these instruments, they may not all turn out very neatly, but that's okay. It's all about having fun and creating something. So as you can see, one part's there, and then the other one there on the top. As you can see, there is a little bit of a gap there. Pop that one in there, and do the same. 2 bits of tape, one on each side to hold it in place. How's everyone going? Good? Yeah? Also keep in mind you can pause the video at any stage if you need to do a few extra things or catch up a bit, or just re-watch a bit again. That's fine as well too. Push down, make sure all the bits are pushed down. Alright, so we've now got the 2 supports on the top there and the bottom, just to give that bit of support when the strings do go on. Alright, so the next step is the strings itself. Now like I said, you can use string if you don't have rubber bands, but keep in mind you may need to get an adult to help you with the staples to hold it in place, just in case so they don't move around. So make sure you get some help if you need help, because these things can flick back and get you on the fingers. Now I'm using 4 strings. You can use 3, you can use 2, you can use more. It all comes down to how many you can put onto your guitar. So what you can do, what I'm going to do is just on the top there, try to get as close to the corner without too close to the corner. Hold it up and stretch to about the same on the bottom. Now as you can see, because of the support, the guitar's keeping nice and straight and not bending at all as well too. Alrighty, string number 2, next one in, hold it and stretch. Be careful with your fingers, everyone. Alright, and you can try and get it in line if you want, so the strings sort of sit nicely and separated well. Alrighty, guitar string number 3. About there will do, stretch. Coming along well? Yours doing well too? Beautiful. Okay, and just the last one as well now too for me. On the end, hold it, stretch, and place. Now once you get that in, just pull it around so it's all nicely separated. And like you say, now that the 4 strings are on there, it has sort of moved a fraction, but nothing to worry about. But the guitar is keeping nice and straight is what you want as well too. Alright, so with that, now when you play it, can you hear that bit of vibration? Because that's the rubber bands hitting the paper plate and you're getting that sort of quite a musical sound. What I've done in this case is to grab a paddle pop stick. Now, you'll need to use one of these, so please get an adult to help you on that one, and I want them to help you cut one in half. So be careful. There we go. And then you just place one on top of the other, like so. And now I want you to wedge, you can probably do it separately actually, wedge at the very bottom where the string goes around the bottom of the plate, just wedge him in there like that, and then do the second one on top of that again. So you're doubling up on the string support, like so. Now you don't need to put tape on that because that's nicely and firmly in place, so that's just not going to move, I can assure you on that one too. And on the rest, grab a skewer, and again you need to get some help from an adult, and basically use the other paddle pop stick as a measuring guide and cut the skewer in half of the paddle pop stick length, so you can sort of guess as well too. One on there. Now with this one here, that's becoming support on the top part of the guitar. So when the strings get sticky taped down, it's going to sit really, really nicely on there too. This part you do need to stick down with some sticky tape or masking tape, just one on each side for the support. Just one side there, push it down as always. So now you've got the paddle pop sticks at the bottom and the bit of the skewer at the top there too. Now, we're almost there, so everyone's doing really, really well. Now we get a bit more masking tape, about yay length. Now what I do is I put the bit of tape down a few centimeters away from the top of the plate to hold it down. Now you may need to do it with a few bits of tape because the rubber bands are wanting to jump up on there. So hold it down with your finger and pull it down, wrap it around, hold it there, go around the back, come back around the front, and push down with your fingers as well. Alright. How's everyone going so far? Good? Excellent. Alright, so we are almost there, as I said. Now what we need to do is make the little tuning ones at the top to make it look like a real guitar. So grab that skewer that you had left over and just cut it into thirds. Get an adult to help you with this one again, because we are using scissors once again. So we've got one, whoop, tried to run away, 2, 3. All right, so you can just feed it under the rubber bands and just drag it all the way up to the top as far as you can. Now the rubber bands will keep them in place, so you don't need to put it down with sticky tape or masking tape. They don't have to be the same size. They're just to make it look a bit like a guitar on there as well too, just anywhere over there too. And the other reason for why it's not being taped down is then you can sort of pretend that you're tuning up the guitar on there too when you're ready to play a concert. And that, everyone, is your guitar. How'd you go? Let's hear if it makes a sound. Beautiful. Excellent. Well, there's your guitar, everyone. And I hope you enjoyed making it as much as I did. And hope you enjoyed playing your new instrument that you made at home. Now, before we go, at the end of every episode, I'd like to have a bit of a jam session with everyone at home that's watching this. Just basically to sort of see how the guitar or any instruments turned out. All right? You ready to have a bit of jam? You got it in your hand? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounding good. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you at the next one for DIY with Mr. Rev. Enjoy your new instrument. See ya!